Let's talk about how to be more present. Here's how I teach it to clients. These little buddies represent your mental and emotional bandwidth. You could have any number of them. They could be dressed any which way. The gist is to give yourself a way to think about your attention. So let's say that part of your attention is diverted, worried about what might happen tomorrow in that thing. And then another bit of your bandwidth is fiddling around with uncertainty in a relationship. Well, that's probably two. That only leaves two little buddies, two mental, emotional bandwidth buddies to pay attention to the moment that's in front of you. Well, who cares about that? Why does that matter? It matters because the moment contains the opportunity for everything. The opportunity for connection, new information, choice, action. And before we get too far ahead of ourselves, y'all know this is a nuance channel. We love that nuance here. We be nuancing all day. Yeah, sometimes it's helpful to think about things that aren't present. But you gotta be real, bro. Is it still helpful to think about it? Is the way that you're thinking about it helpful? Is that the best use of your resource? Your little mental emotional bandwidth buddy? Could you deploy that resource in a more intentional way? These are your employees, man. If they're not working for the mission, what are you paying them for? You know? Okay, so then what? What do we do with this information? You develop awareness of your awareness. You pay attention more often to what these guys are doing. And if they're on some miscellaneous goose chase of a task, you bring them back. Hey, buddy. Hey, mental emotional bandwidth buddy. Right here. You want, in general, you want as much of you as possible available to the moment so you can see and respond in a way that's intentional. So once you develop the habit of noticing what your bandwidth is doing, then you start to build out a data set, that means evidence, as to why it might make more sense for you to pay attention to the moment. You might find that, I don't know, you make better choices, or you're nicer to be around, or you're enjoying your fucking life. I don't know. You become aware of what you're doing with your bandwidth and what the results of it are. And then you drive from there. I have found in the last 10 years of doing behavior work with clients, desire as a function of greater awareness, meaning what you want, knowing and seeing the landscape better, will change way, 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 way more than force or berating yourself. It seems like you can align desire, reality, and worth, the wheels on the bus will go round and round. Thanks. That concludes today's presentation. Did you like it? I've got oodles on TikTok, Instagram at Shaylee__Edwards, on YouTube at The Shaylee Show, and on Medium. You can find links to all of that at theselfhug.com, or you can also explore what it would be like to work together. I have client reviews, an info call you could schedule for free, and information about sessions. You're doing a great job.